Hello, everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. As we enter and go through this holiday shortened week, obviously, the chances are that we will rally as seasonally. This is a bullish period. Normally, it's bullish going into the holidays. However, I know for a fact, as I've lived through many Thanksgivings now, that sometimes the Thanksgiving week is actually a pullback week ahead of Thanksgiving. Then you rally, Wednesday night and Friday before Monday. But if we do pull back, it'll be okay. And so far, that's what we have today. Except for the Russell 2000, the Nasdaq pulled back today on below average volume and lower volume the day before. Tell you what, can't find anything wrong with that. The New York Stock Exchange did the same thing, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average did the same thing. So all of the leading indexes managed to pull back, did so in a nice orderly fashion, and did it on lower volume, with the market able to come off of its intraday lows somewhat. So overall, solid session. The Russell 2000 even better, led the day up 0.44%. So overall, I can find nothing wrong with this market as we move along. Everything is a-okay. Intraday, I only had one sell stop hit. Chef hit 50% of my sell stops. My first sell stop was just right below 19. By the end of the day, it's fine. So there's nothing to do on that end on an end-day basis. On an end-of-day basis, though, UVXY is a 50% sell signal. My first sell stop was a move below 28.79. It did that intraday on Friday, so that's when I was knocked out of half of the position. But UVXY on an end-of-day basis is a 50% sell. And MLAB, a stock that I got a terrible fill on my final sell stop, I do believe. Is this the right one? I think this is MLab. That's right. And I believe that I got a bad sell stop execution, but it doesn't matter as on an end of day basis, it's a full on failure now. So MLAB, full sell stops hit, 100% sell signal on an end of day basis. And then to prove that this market is still fine and it's not good to short it, intraday, at the very start of the opening bell, I said be on the lookout for KBIO to run. I'm fully invested, so I gave it to everybody. And then earlier in the day, right around, I believe it was 9:38 Eastern Time, I said eFoot is breaking out and is in play. That thing ran from $7 to $12 intraday. Once again, you're welcome. Also, another stock I said to watch at the beginning of the day, GENE, and it played to its part. And then the final stock I said to watch on a long basis was MCUR. It got all the way up to 295, but by the end of the day pulled back, but still, once again, intraday. The opportunities are everywhere. And then on the end of day signal, MPTN was flagged. Not going to be a new long position as it's just not bullish enough short term for me to want to get long this breakout in this low price stock. But GTN was flagged on Friday. You can see it immediately work today. NLST was flagged on Friday, work today. CLDN was flagged on Friday and immediately work today. So that's why you need to pay attention to all these stocks I'm going over that I'm flagging. TSO is a pre-perfect speculator and can some quality stock, but it's breaking out in low volume, so I'm going to pass. But a surge in volume and BOP minor wise today, this stock could continue to run. I'm just already fully invested, and there's two better long signals, so I'm passing. But TSO would have been one. Also, TTI, potential long signal, if it would have been in the price volume BOP scan, but it was only confirmed in the new high scan, but this is canceling quality. It's working out. MDR was a failure, but TTI is not. TTI is working out following its earnings victory as it trends slowly ascending its way higher on above average volume. One to definitely keep an eye on. CYTK, nice long signal. Also have a chat room subscriber, a very wise, intelligent trader, a newer member who's also wanting to get long this name. He is passing on it because it's up too much in one day. That's why I'm passing on it, plus the base isn't long enough. We'll see if we both have hindsight regret on that. And then FGEN is giving another Bible pocket pivot point signal. I passed on this breakout here, and I'm passing again on this breakout here. So watch and observe and see how wrong I am. If this thing decides to run 100%, we'll know why. It's because I'm nowhere to be seen. And then a possible ad signal that by the end of the day I'm passing on because it's not in the price volume BOP scan. I would have needed to have seen BOP surge to max green BOP with today's volume surge because it's just not good enough to take an ad signal on a chart that looks like this. So this is a longer term pattern. Yeah, it's a good uptrending stock. It's a higher quality name, but you can see that the recent consolidation pattern is a lot more volatile than the previous consolidation pattern, and even those are kind of volatile. So unless BOP would have surged to max green today and volume would have been much higher on this pocket pivot point signal, I'm just not going to go long. Bigger volume today. BOP stays the same or grows from the day before, and we got the pocket pivot point signal, and I'm going to add to BFAM. But as of now, I'm fully invested. I don't love the technical pattern, so I'm going to pass, and I'm not even going to issue it as an add signal. But if you want to add to it, be my guest. It's a bull market. Don't fight it. But BFAM isn't good for me. But of course, on Friday, I was thinking about not going long FSB because BOP was going the wrong way. I went ahead and did get long because this IPO chart's just too bullish for me to pass on, even with BOP going the other way. I don't care. Good thing I didn't pass on it because it was up 3.44%. So it's possible BFAM does the same thing. I'm just, not as excited about it as I am on these two potential long positions. NUAN is a new long signal. This stock is a recent earnings winner. Its CanSlim quality was confirmed in my new high scan, and it was also confirmed in my price volume BOP scan. So this is how I'm going to do it. 2.5% long position for being CanSlim quality, 1% for being a recent earnings winner, up to 3.5, 1% for being in the price volume BOP scan, 4.5, and then 0.5 for being in the new highs on heavier volume scan. That's really like a fourth area scan. It's not one of the main ones. My BOP scans, my price volume BOP surge scans are always good. Perfect Speculator is always going to be more important. This is kind of a fourth area scan. So this one technically total 5% position, and it can warrant that kind of move because the only sell stop that I can legitimately see here right now is a move below 1981. So what I would do here is you set your first sell stop at 1981, and that's it. Your second sell stop will not be set yet. You can do an emergency second sell stop at 1849. But what I would do is I don't think Nuon is going to pull back if the market strengthens. I just don't see it pulling back anytime soon. I would just continue to watch this trailing 20-day moving average. I know it's even further away than the lows, but you got to understand exponentially over the next few days as this moving average catches up and gets rid of these old price points and starts to factor in this price move right here more and more, the 20-day moving average is going to probably surpass these lows, and then that can become your final sell stop. So for what I'm going to do personally, first sell stop below 1981, final sell stop 1849, but as the 20-day moving average moves up, if Nuon doesn't break out, that will continue. Once 20-day moving average gets above this level right here, that will be my final stop. And eventually, hopefully, it moves higher, and then I'll only have to have one final stop, and that'll be the 1981 level. But Nuon, 5% new long position, 2.5 CanSlim, 1% earnings winner, 1% price volume BOP scan, 0.5% for being new highs. So it can be 5%, especially with the low risk that we have in the name. And even if it would completely fail, it's going to be, if you half that, it's going to be about a 7% loss on a 5% position. That'll still have you with under a 1% loss in your total capital, and that's what you're looking for. And then BNFT is the other new long signal. This one has just entered my pre-Perfect Speculator scan that looks for stocks priced above $40 a share. The main Perfect Speculator scan, as per the book by Brad Kodeshwar, looks for stocks above $50 a share. I have a pre-one that finds stocks that get above 40, so I can try to get long these names before they hit 50 if they're new to the scan. Well, lo and behold, BNFT is new to the scan because on Friday it was under $40. On Wednesday, it was under $40, but on Monday, it's no longer under $40. So BNFT is a new long position, 2.5% for being a Perfect Speculator scan quality name, and it was also confirmed in my price volume BOP scan, so it's 3.5. Now, I don't have 8.5% capital to invest in Nuon and BNFT. If anything, I probably, after the chef sell, I only have about 1% of my account capital. That means 0.5% of my account capital goes into BNFT. 0.5% goes into Nuon. If you have 5% account capital, that means 2 left to invest. That means 2.5 goes into BNFT, 2.5 goes into Nuon. Technically, I like BNFT better because it's Perfect Speculator quality, and I always prefer those to CanSlim quality. But Nuon is in so many other scans, and it's an earnings winner that it's hard to pass on overall. Like most earnings winners are just too good. So Nuon, 5%. If you're don't have a whole lot of capital, then just keep it easy. 2.5% CanSlim, BNFT 2.5% perfect speculator, but it should be 3.5 here. Should be 5 for Nuon.